I had two questions. One was about the fossil you showed. Without bones, they mentioned they don't fossilize very well, so the fossil record must be rather sparse. And the second is the ctenophores have these beautiful tentacles that have the little rippling cilia. How do they coordinate that motion?
So as far as the fossils go, a lot of the fossils of jellyfish are actually an impression that's left in a soft mud or sediment when a jellyfish settles down on it. So it's not that the tissue itself fossilized the way a bone might, but that it left an imprint, and then that gets covered over with other sediment in a way that preserves the imprint. About the ctenophores, the comb plates are like your fingers, sort of, and they vibrate. And they are coordinated because in some types of ctenophores anyway, there's a little row of cilia that runs along, sort of connecting all the comb plates. And those cilia vibrate as well, and they apparently sort of stimulate and coordinate synchronize, you might say, the vibration of the larger comb plates. It's a remarkable locomotory mechanism because most organisms that move by means of the cilia are protozoans, microscopic animals. So ctenophores can be quite large, and yet they still use that same ciliary mechanism.
Never give a scientist a microphone. You'll never keep them quiet. Just to add on the fossils, there's some scientists are actually finding these fossilized beaches, these imprints in the sand now as they excavate the sands and things like that. And it's actually quite interesting. You get these current visions of strandings on a beach here in San Francisco, and just by looking at that and the way they might get covered by sand, it gives you a pretty quick picture of how those imprints on these fossilized strandings actually occur.
Question? I'm Japanese, and there are a lot of mention about the Japanese large jellyfish, but do we have the biggest kind in Japan, or they are everywhere?
That species is just East Asian endemic species. But of course, the same size or bigger size of the jellyfish can be found other places of the world, right? Yeah, Ichizenkrage is just the East Asian endemic species, which come from Chinese coastal waters and transported to Japanese waters.
Can I'll just add something about size in jellies, because that's one of the amazing things is the extreme diversity in size. And so one of the questions about evolution of jellies is why get big? And jellies have this ability to get big because they are watery. So if you're mostly water, if you're 95% water, then when you feed, you're only actually feeding the organic stuff of a very small portion of your body, but your body is still big. And the amazing thing with jellies is that at least for the cnidarians and the ctenophores, is that what you see is really just one cell layer thick on the outside and on the inside, and everything else in between. That jelly stuff is sort of, it's a matrix of organic stuff, but it's not living cellular material that they have to feed. So that's particularly interesting sort of body shape and form that they carry with them that lets them get big without eating very much food to do that.
Other questions?
I noticed that when you discussed the different benefits of the jellyfish and the fish that surrounded it, you didn't specify if it was one of the stinging ones or not.